Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Michael Gallus from Australia today on our show. Let me introduce Michael Gallus. Michael Gallus is the head coach AFL Women's Pakistan team and the assistant coach of men's AFL team. And thank you for joining us on the show, Gallus. Let's just tell us what exactly AFL is. How does it differ from FIFA and rugby?
Yes, well, it's called football here in Australia, so I think everyone gets a bit confused. I was in Pakistan last year and for 10 days, and everyone thought we were playing with a round ball. The first difference you can see here is the shape of the ball. It's like an egg.
Okay.
So it makes it very difficult to kick, to mark, to handball, to run and jump and tackle. So the shape of the ball is the first thing that's different. And then AFL is the greatest game on earth. It's a lot better than football. It's FIFA football, a lot better than rugby. And the most fun that you can have playing footy is with AFL, which is Australia's national game. We play rugby. We call it soccer here, which is FIFA football, and hockey, and also netball and basketball. But everyone loves playing AFL, and it's a great honour of mine to have coached the 2017 AFL National Pakistan women's team here in Melbourne. Okay. And we also had a men's team who I was the assistant coach of. And really the main difference between AFL and rugby or soccer is it's so hard and tough. Lots of tackling, lots of bumping, lots of jumping, lots of marking.
Okay. Who was the person or the organization introducing AFL to Pakistan? Because you know that this concept seems to be something new, especially for me. I mean, like, I'm into sports too much, but even when I read about AFL, I just said what it is. I mean, like, I was totally bamboozled what AFL is. I'm like, neither it's FIFA nor it's rugby. I mean, even if you go to America, you simply call FIFA as soccer, and AFL was something new for me.
Yeah, I think
who introduced the concept to Pakistan?
Yeah, I think the easiest way to describe it too. AFL is a mixture of basketball, rugby, soccer, and kabaddi. I know you love your kabaddi in Pakistan. You put all those things together, and then you've got AFL. How did it start in Pakistan? Through the internet. And there's an organisation called AFL Pakistan on Facebook. Okay. And if you like AFL or you want to join a new sport, it's the fastest growing sport in Pakistan, I've been told, from AFL Pakistan. There is a president, Sardar Tariq. There's a general secretary, Chaudhry Ali. And we've got regional coaches in Multan, Islamabad, Gujranwala. There's a big push for it in Gujranwala, also Karachi and Lahore. So right across the country, I came in last year for 10 days. I visited 9 cities in 10 days running AFL clinics with women and men, 50 people in each city. So, and their passion and their really love and joy of playing this great game is taking off all over the country.
Okay. Well, I do have a question here. I mean, you must be aware that cricket is one of the most popular games in Pakistan, despite hockey being the national game. I mean, like, cricket has taken over hockey within the last 3 decades. But do you think people would be able to develop interest for AFL?
Yeah, the best thing about AFL, like here in Australia, cricket's our #1 summer game. AFL is our #1 winter game. You play it on the same oval. You play AFL on a cricket oval. You just need 4 sticks, which are the goals at either end, and an umpire, and away you go. So when I came to Pakistan last year, I saw so many cricket ovals. So that's a good thing. You don't have to build a different field. You play it on the cricket ovals.
Okay. Well, you know, having grounds is the basic requirement of this game. And players have to dive. They have to snatch the ball from the other players. I mean, like, you've been in Pakistan and Australia. I know it's a big different ball game. You've got good grounds. You've got grounds where if you dive, you won't get hurt. But in Pakistan, we don't have such grounds. So do you see AFL working on such things, or they need some sort of guidance with this?
No, it's exactly the same. I was very surprised when I came into Pakistan last year. I visited. I saw games being played at Multan, Islamabad, the Junoon Football and Cricket Club in Islamabad. And yes, your grounds are very hard, but to play AFL, you got to be tough. You got to be hard and tough. Pakistanis,
it's a tough man's game.
It is, but the Pakistani women are especially tough. They were the toughest women that I've seen play AFL. So they loved it when they were crashed into the ground. They loved it when they were crashed into each other. And the same with the men. So it makes it, I think it's better in Pakistan with your fields because it makes a faster game.
Okay, you've been coaching men's and women's AFL's team. What is the difference that you see between those Pakistani and the Australian teams? Are the Australians technically more sound due to the equipment, or is it the skills level they've developed?
Yeah, good question, and it's great to be on your show too, Raheel. You've had lots of celebrities, and it's a great honour for me to come on your show. And thank you for inviting me. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and it's great to be on your show. The main difference here is the skill level. It's a very difficult game to play because the ball is very awkward. The fitness levels that I saw were exactly the same. I think you have more passion. Pakistan women and men had more passion to play AFL than Australians. And they are tougher, as I said. Pakistan men, and especially the women, a lot tougher than Australian men and women playing AFL. So all we need to do is practice the skills, which AFL Pakistan are establishing a super league starting right now across Islamabad, Gujranwala, Multan, Karachi and Lahore. So the more practice that people get, the more training, the more games, the better the players will become. AFL has an international cup. It was supposed to be played last year in Melbourne, and the Pakistan national men's and women's team were invited to play. But because of COVID and Corona, it's been postponed, hopefully, for 2021. And I have no doubt that they will perform very well.
Okay. AFL is something new in Pakistan. And how do you see the social and cultural reaction? I mean, like, have they accepted the game socially and culturally? Because, this is something men and women playing together.
No, they play separately. The men play in their competition.
I mean, it's just like having a cricket team, obviously, just like having a men's cricket team and a women's cricket team. But somehow there is an interaction between men and women because you, being a man, is the head coach of Pakistan's women team. I mean, same is the case with the Pakistan cricket team.
Yeah, they got, as long as they're given opportunities, and they loved it. As I said, went to 9 cities in 9 days last year across your country, and I traveled by car, and I was very lucky and very privileged to meet amazing, friendly, the hospitality of the Pakistan people, and your food. Oh, I miss your food. I can't wait to get back to eat Pakistani food. But
what was your favorite dish? I know it's a question which
it's
not to be asked from a sports personality, because a sports person needs to be fit and in shape. But the food that you've mentioned will not let you be in shape.
No, that's right. Pakora. I like pakora.
Okay. And the oily pakora.
Yeah, pakora. Mango milkshakes. Oh, mango milkshakes. They were the best. They were the best. And everywhere, Pakistani omelette. I love the Pakistani omelette. That was very good. Everywhere I went, food, just magnificent. And I can't wait to get back to eat it again. Both sides, male and female, really were so excited to play the game. Wherever I went, I was stopped. When we went to Gujranwala, there was 1,000 people, 1,000 people watching the training, which was just extraordinary. So, and I was on TV shows, radio, newspaper, press conference about what I was doing there and what the game was. So there is a great understanding and a really great love and a great excitement about AFL in Pakistan. And thanks to AFL Pakistan, as we mentioned, Chaudhry Ali and also Jamil Cameron, Ahmed Shabazz in Gujranwala and the president, Sardar Tariq, it's really going to grow very quickly.
Okay. Gallus, as I said before, it's a new game. It's something new in Pakistan. How difficult was it, or is it, to get sponsorship? because commercialization has played an immense role in making a game grow, especially in the recent past. Especially we've seen cricket, the advent of T20. I mean, like, it's the commercial aspect that has made the game far more popular as compared to the game of Test cricket. I mean, though the original game is the Test cricket, but the T20 has taken over its in popularity.
Yes, yeah, and it's about entertainment. And AFL
Yes, exactly.
is the greatest game in the world for entertainment. So, yeah, AFL Pakistan, who are based in Islamabad with Sardar Tariq and Chaudhry Ali, they're talking to business people all the time. Sardar Tariq, very successful businessman in Islamabad, and they are working really hard to get that sponsorship up and running. And, of course, due to COVID and the closure of everything in Pakistan as well, it's just opened up. So we've had 2 games in the last 2 weeks, and the AFL Pakistan management are planning this Super League across Gujranwala, across Islamabad, across Multan, Karachi and Lahore. So once that gets up and running, there's going to be 5 teams in each of those cities. Then the business people, the sponsorship and the TV publicity will certainly come, and it will start to grow and grow.
Okay. Guys, as you know, Pakistan has been in the dark when it comes to the foreign teams coming in for the past decade or so. But luckily and thanks to Almighty that things are changing right now. We recently had PSL. We've got teams coming in, not just for cricket, for other games like you came to Pakistan. How has this changed the image of Pakistan among the Australians?
Yeah, great deal. When I was there in September, October last year, Sri Lanka were the first team back to play cricket in Karachi, and it went over without any worries at all. The PSL's been very successful, and
Exactly.
people in Australia and the Western world are now seeing that it's safe to come to Pakistan to play football in Pakistan, or play cricket, or play hockey, or play soccer in Pakistan. And that change is very exciting, and it's great to see that that is happening. And the more teams that go, and AFL Pakistan is in AFL Asia Group, which contains Sri Lanka, India, Thailand and China. So over time, we're looking to bring those teams to Islamabad, bring those teams to Multan to play AFL international games. So in the future, as well as Pakistan travelling to those countries, just like cricket, just like soccer and netball and basketball, we'll be bringing international teams to Pakistan to play too.
Okay. Gallus, as you know, in cricket, there's an ICC, the governing body. What is the governing body of AFL?
Yeah, that's right. It's called AFL, and it's based in Melbourne. There's AFL Asia. There's
how many organizations does have underneath it?
A lot. We have 18 professional men's team in Australia. The highest paid player gets over $1 million a season, and we have 14 professional women's team in Australia as well. And then we have international teams in America, in India, in Fiji, in Germany, in Sweden, all around the world as well. So it's a huge organisation that's worldwide.
Okay. When you see the salary or the remuneration package of a soccer player, the FIFA player, or any of even you say cricketer, the Australian cricketers and the Britishers, we see there's a huge difference between their salary and, or in fact, as compared to the Pakistani cricketers as well. What attraction does AFL has when it comes to the salary package? I mean, like, obviously you play for your country, but definitely then there's also some motivation for monetary benefit as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The average salary AFL men's player is $200,000 Australian AUD a year.
Okay.
And the average salary for women the women's series is a lot shorter, but they can earn up to 50,000 AUD per season. the Irish AFL Ireland has developed such a program that every single AFL women's team in Melbourne has an Irish player. A lot of the men's team have an Irish player. It's that same setup that I'm bringing to Pakistan now, that I can see in 5 years that we will have a Pakistan national women's player and a Pakistan men's player playing AFL professionally, no doubt. You have Pakistan men and women have the sporting ability, they have the fitness, and most importantly, they have the passion and the toughness. They are so tough, Pakistan men and women. Very tough.
Okay. Yeah, that's no doubt. Since you've become quite familiar with Pakistan, you must be knowing the famous Pakistani celebrities. I mean, like, we've got, you must be knowing, especially women, you must be knowing Zinat Irfan. Then there's Mariam Naseem. We've got our swimmer Karan Khan. I mean, like, Mariam Naseem resides in Melbourne, as I know her. And she's one of the famous bodybuilders, of the female bodybuilders.
Yeah, and you also this year in Melbourne, we had the first Pakistani women's T20 cricketer, Nadar Shah, from Gujranwala, and I spoke to her, and it's very exciting to see Pakistan supporting people and celebrities coming into the Western world and really championing the cause. You have so many people. In Australia, we only have 20 million. So you have given the opportunity, the talent, to be spread across the world, and it's really so exciting that I'm able to come to Pakistan and give those opportunities and develop that talent to open up the world to Pakistan.
Okay. When are we expecting you next in Pakistan?
Yeah, well, it depends. Like, our international borders are still shut due to Corona. In Melbourne, we've been locked down for 8 months. We're still in a stage 4 lockdown. We can't go out of our house unless we're going to food or work. So we are hoping that, everything will change very soon, and hoping this time next year, in October 2021, I'll come to Pakistan and do what I didn't get up to Hunza and Gilgit. I heard Hunza and Gilgit, beautiful. I'm looking forward to going there.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, they are such lovely places to visit. I mean, like, the scenic beauty is awesome, man. Absolutely, it's second to none. Okay, since you're a sports personality and you look quite impressed by my Prime Minister, like, because I see you running for an election this month.
I am. Yep, vote one, Gallus.
Sure. That's nice. Good luck for the elections.
Thank you. But I've had amazing support from across Pakistan too, wishing me all the best and sending Cheerios, which has been really heartfelt for me, coming from Australia. I'm just going for local council, which is like the small area of a city, to represent the people. And as you said, I've done a lot through sport, coaching football, cricket, basketball, in this local area. And I hope to, if I'm elected into council, to get better sporting facilities so that the kids can have better opportunities through sport. And hopefully, I didn't get a chance to meet your president, Mr. Imran Khan, last time, but hopefully when I come in 2021, inshallah, that I'll get to have a chat to him, because I know he loved AFL when he came to Melbourne. He played with our Victorian cricket team for a while as well. And sport is so important for youth and so important for the country.
Definitely. It's also important for one's mental health as well.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we've found being locked down so much. We need to get back to our teams. We need to get back to physically exercising. We need to get back. People play sport to have fun. And again, AFL is the best fun when you play. When I coached your national women's team, the amount of fun these girls had coming from Pakistan to Melbourne to play AFL was simply extraordinary. And we had Abia Haider, you would know, with national women's.
Yes, exactly.
We had also Asmara, who was a national women's soccer player. Karishma Ali, you would know, as a national women's soccer player and celebrity. So there are lots of women across and men across Pakistan playing their national teams. All we have to do is teach them the skills, and they can become professional AFL players as well.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure having you on the show. And it's quite interesting and pleasing to know that someone's so much interested in our country and is really willing to visit there. And due to COVID, that's something which not controllable, is unable to visit us. I mean, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Gallus. Wishing you all the best for the election campaign. I guess it's just nearby. The election is just nearby.
Yeah, this week starts this week.
Next week, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to get me back on. It's going to take about 4 weeks with all the it's a postal vote and all the counting. I'll have to come back on and I'll let you know how I went.
Sure. Okay. Thanks. Our pleasure talking to you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. I guess you've learned how to say bye in Urdu as well.
Shukriya.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Yes. Allah Hafiz. Correct. Shukriya.
Thanks a lot. Welcome.